the overall crime rate here in Fresno is 61%, meaning that you have a 1 out of 22 chance of being a victim of any crime. And over the past year, there has been almost 80,000 kids that have been kidnapped. So what we're trying to figure out is provide a safe solution, a solution for kids to be safe and give them a good location to be at.
Hi, my name is Lorena, and I am the Chief Executive Officer of the Palace.
My name is Luis, and I'm the CIO, the Chief Information Officer.
I'm Aldo, and I'm the CFO, the Chief Financial Officer.
Hello, my name is Isaac, and I am the Chief Marketing Officer.
And my name is Kevin. I am the CTO, the Chief Technology Officer.
And so, like we stated before, the problem that we have. As teenagers, we would usually be around at the house, being bored, on our phones, on social media, and really nothing to do. And when we do want to hang out with friends, one of the struggles that we face is that we don't have enough money since we're not really not most of us will have a job. And also people who are trying to look for a good location might be too far from them. And even if we do find a good place, if they do find a good place to hang out, one of the problems that they might face is that there's probably bad people there that contain alcohol, drugs, and all these sorts of things.
So I'm going to tell you about our customer. Our customers are between 14 and 17, and they are looking for a place to hang out with their friends that is also not too expensive for them because most, like my friend Luis stated, they don't have much money, so we don't want it somewhere expensive. And teens don't want to travel too far because going across town is a lot of work for a lot of teens, so we want to make it very accessible.
All right, so like how my partner stated before, our solution is we want to create a safe environment where kids could come, hang out with their friends, and actually feel safe. We're gonna also be having hosting dances, other entertainments like games or something that they could be playing. We're also gonna be serving food. The way that they'll be able to enter this place they'll obviously pay for their entrance, and we would check their school IDs to make sure that they're the right age group. And if they don't they don't have their school ID, they probably forgot it at home or something, they could easily pull up their atlas, and we could check on from there.
So moving on to our competition, our two top competitors would be Rainbow Nightclub and John's Incredible Pizza. Rainbow would be one of our indirect competitors because they are a nightclub that serves alcohol, and it's for people from the age group of 18 and over. They do allow teens, but you would have to go with someone over 18. And as for John's Incredible Pizza, it's also an indirect. They do provide a buffet, games, or rides, and it's a friendly environment for them.
So now heading on to our unique value proposition, and going back to that subtopic of safety, we want to ensure that students, and most importantly parents, that we actually care about the safety of your child. And dance, like what we said before, dance, entertainment, and food, we will obviously be providing at our actual event. And 14 to 17-year-olds would be able to go there and enjoy themselves. Like they could just dance, just have fun, whatever they want to do.
All right, so now for our total addressable market. In Madera, Fresno, Kings, and Tulare County, there is about 108,000 teens from the age 14 to 17. If they were to come to our place twice a month, they would be attending to 24 times a year. Our attendance would be 2.6 million people that would come to our location to be with their friends or to have fun or do what they got to do. Our revenue will be 26 million.
Now moving on to our SAM, we are expecting about 39,000 teenagers to attend with a frequency of at least one time per month, coming down to a conclusion of 12 times throughout the year, and the total attendance would be 471,000, bringing in a revenue of 4.7 million.
So now heading on to our market share. So what our goal of how many customers we would like to have in a year, we're hoping it would be around 4,000. And that would lead to a conversion rate of 60% and a total revenue of about $288,000.
And now for our MVP. So what are we trying to do in order to show what we're trying to make? So last Friday, we held an MVP dance here in Patino. where the place was free, and so we also were sponsored with the DJ. And we had a live band for them, and also entertainment such as a pool table and water pong, or beer pong, as many people may know it. And what we gathered from the information there is that mostly the first 30 minutes, not a lot of people were dancing to the DJ. But once the band started playing, that's where a lot of people started to go out to the dance floor and have fun. The first 30 minutes, mostly people were around in their entertainment, such as playing the pool table or just playing the water pump. And so our MVP cost. So how much we spent for our MVP was $115 in decorations, drinks, and other supplies. And our revenue came out to be $185. So what are we planning to do in the future? So as of right now, me and my team, we are trying to find other locations to hold dances, such as Roosevelt, Bullard, Edison. And once we are able to get our name out there, we'll find a location where we can rent a hall and have more stuff in there for teenagers to come and participate. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to start off because that's what they asked. You guys really have a nice, collective connection with each other. It seems like your unity is really strong. That's great. Your story is a powerful story. It demonstrates the problem. 14 to 17 is a moving target because those ages are, so you got new kids you're touching, coming, new students, young people all the time. So by the time this had been going on for several years, you will have had a mark on a lot of people. I want to say that as an exercise, you've done a great job. You put the numbers together. You hit every metric on here. I think that, unfortunately, like if I was buying into this, I probably wouldn't invest in this as it is right now. As it is right now. I would love to give some time to you mentoring a little bit. I think you guys are onto something that's needed and has great value. And as far as the MVP pitch, you did a great job. Have you guys ever heard of the McDermott House? The McDermott House?
No.
Okay. So you're in the, you mentioned Kings, Tulare, Fresno, Madera, right? 4 counties. Inside those 4 counties, there's a place that's out of this world. It's got all kinds of things for all kinds of ages and going on, but they can't even get people to fill it. It's like 180,000 square feet. It's in Lindsay, California. That's why it's on the far southern tip of it. So location, you talked about this at the beginning, with it's hard for young people to have money to go somewhere and to get somewhere. I really like the idea, and I don't want to turn this into mentoring because this isn't supposed to be mentoring right now. I'm telling you, ultimately your MVP pitch is great, you got everything. But I do want to just throw a little in there. Have you seen these DJs that have the headsets? And that they put the headsets on all of the attendees to the dance. When you walk in the door, you get a headset. That headset turns colors based on the DJ, and they run 2 DJs at the same time. So if you're looking out there and you see blue, they all like DJ number 2 that's blue. If you start to see red popping, people are switching it going, oh, I like this one better. And so it creates this environment of excitement like, wow, that DJ's smoking that other DJ. Pretty soon they're all on one color and the other DJ. So it's a throwdown on the DJ. So the DJ gets knocked out because the other DJ's got all the colors have turned. Not only that, there's no noise. There's no noise in the neighborhood, except for the kids, a little bit of cheering or yelling, like it's all in their headset because they're amazing headsets. Noise canceling Bose, Yeah, it's expensive setup. But I would say get creative about what you're bringing. Do something that hasn't been done. Get the financing to do it. If you have to start as a nonprofit while you do the research, start as a nonprofit because this is a real beneficial thing. Then convert it to a for-profit later. All your numbers, you did the numbers for the spreadsheet, but the numbers to me don't really they're not there because this really isn't viable to make it all work yet. I think you have the right collectivity though to come together and pull this together and make something happen. You need some good input and some good thought and keep going to your creativity on that. I'll leave it at that for now, but I'll leave you guys my information afterwards. I'm probably not supposed to jump to mentor somebody else, but I give you a little time.
It's okay. So I agree that your synergy, right, as a group is good collectively. And thank you for sharing your story. I realize that's not easy. So I'm going to ask you, as a parent of 4 kids, 3 of whom are teenagers, right? How would you ensure their safety if I send them to the palace?
So that idea came to our mind, and one thing was like to have security there. And if they are bringing in bags or purses or something like that, we will check inside them to make sure they're not bringing anything inside.
Also, adding on to what my partner just said, we were also like ideating about not letting the teens out until we are for sure their parent or whoever's going to pick them up is there to pick them up. Like that's just to ensure that their safety to where they're going to get to their vehicle, or let's say an Uber is going to pick them up, that they're safe until they get there.
So can they drive?
There is some teenagers who drive, like 16-year-olds, so they would be allowed to drive home, but the only thing is we would have to have and ensure that they're not going home with people they just met there or.
Yeah. As a mom, that would be a good thing. Sure. So, can I ask you, you talked about 80,000 kids, right, have been kidnapped here in the 4 counties you mentioned? City of Fresno.
You didn't give a geography for that, yeah.
Right, and define kids in that particular
So
statement.
it is 80,000 from 5-year-olds to I think it was 16-year-olds here in Fresno in 2018.
In
So the
1 year,
city-
80,000 kidnappings.
Yeah.
The city of Fresno.
I want to fact check that.
Wow.
Like my children are anymore. Just kidding. Okay, we're good for now.
Moving.
My first point is, when you started off with an apology,
Yeah.
don't start off with an apology. Just tell your story.
All right.
Because you shouldn't have to apologize.
All right.
Okay? Start off with, this is my story, and this is how I came to this idea. This is what happened. That's what you need to start off with, okay? Because you don't have to apologize. I had the same question about the security too, that you're, because of liability and insurance, you're gonna have to have somebody that's a viable company that is in that business. And it's not gonna, you can get a lot of that stuff donated. People that see what you're trying to do, that will step up. I would also recommend that you also possibly think of having a membership to the palace. Again, that gives you reoccurring money coming in, and it now gives whoever is going to come, they feel like they're a member of it, and you may want to even give them some, they can go online and give you ideas of what they'd like to see more of, because that's going to give you input from them, and that's what you care about, is how do we make this better for everybody that's coming. Your biggest obstacle is going to be if you're having entertainment equipment there, or pool tables, ping pong tables, those kind of things, getting them around to different sites is going to be your expense, a big expense, and labor intensive. I love the idea that Josh brought up with the headphones, because you can get those anywhere, and it sounds like a heck of a good idea. But if you had 100 set of headphones and the DJs there, that's far different than hauling a pool table around. So think about that part of it where your business is at. Of you got to go to multiple places, and you can't take video game machines and pool tables and ping pong tables around everywhere without renting vehicles to get them around and have labor to do that. Now, if you get a place where that's already there, you got it made. But I think your biggest obstacle is going to be how to provide your service in different areas of town and have enough equipment to do that with. Because you can't do it in one spot, because one of the biggest issues you got is mobility, getting people to go, if you have it out on Herndon and Valentine, somebody over here is not going to be able to get there. So you look for spots where you can get rented rooms. And again, there's people out there that when they find out what you're doing, people will come up and help make this happen. I really believe that. That's it for me. But I thought you guys did a great job too. You really did.
How much time are we?
You have time.
Okay, so, yeah, I agree. Can we go back to who you all are? Go back to the team slide. Okay, excellent. We got the two. Okay, your names are at the top. Okay, your titles are at the top. So, I'm really just going to kind of throw out some things for you to think about. You may know some of the answers to some of these. If you do, then you can kind of answer when you get to the end of the list. First one I was thinking about was location. Where you're going to have it. You say you want it to be close to people, but where is close? That's pretty broad. I see you were looking at some places. I'm not sure that your competitors are really John's Incredible Pizza and then Rainbow Ballroom. That's two completely different things. Security was my same question, thinking about what security looks like. Also, you mentioned you're going to check them out by logging into Atlas. So I'm wondering how you're going to get access to Atlas at your different locations to check students out.
No, it's like to check the students in. Like if, let's say we're gonna check them in by using their IDs, their school IDs, to make sure that they're like in these age categories.
Right.
And if they say, oh, I forgot my ID or I lost it, we could easily be like, oh, you could look this up on Atlas just to make sure that you're still
A student.
a student.
But they're coming to you, and they're coming to have fun at your place. You need to check them. So you need to check that they're who they say they are. So you're going to have Atlas or something else in your locations. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How are you going to check that from, especially if you're bouncing around to different locations until you find your own? How do you check it if you Rainbow Ballroom says, yeah, bring all your kids here. Now you're a Rainbow
Well,
Ballroom.
the thing is that Atlas is like something that we just look up on our phone.
Right.
So majority of us as teenagers, we do have a phone, and then we would just ask them to pull up their Atlas up, and then we would be able to verify their score or whatever.
From their phone.
From their
device.
phone, yeah.
And if they don't have one,
We could have.
Then we would have,
you know what I mean? So that's something to think about. How are you going to verify, really and truly verify who they are? That's something to think about, because you could run into issues with that. If they don't have a phone, I don't have minutes on my phone. You guys know how that works. Like, I ran out of data. I mean, you know how that
Yeah.
works. And you can pull them up too, and then you'll see their 7th grade picture. So, I mean, you all know how the pictures are out of date in Atlas too. So,
No, they're not.
so that's just kind of one thing to think about. Competitors, what are your hours that you think you'll be open?
Curfew close. It's going to be curfew close for sure, because you can't break city ordinance, right?
So what were you thinking your hours would be for your business, especially during the summer? Okay, you don't have to answer now, but that's one to think about. That's on my list. Like, if you're just going to provide music and you're open, for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you want to make sure, especially during the summers, that you're servicing families and communities. I don't know if you're going to play music all day long. I mean, I think the headphone idea is good, but now, I don't know, realistically, you guys wearing headphones, take them off to talk to each other. It's going to be a whole thing. So just think about what your hours are going to be. How much are you charging per person? What's the revenue? How are you charging?
We were charging for the entrance to be around $15.
Okay.
And we will also be selling food, but we won't really have a actual number to put right now, because we don't know how much we'll be selling it for.
Got it. And I was curious about you having some healthy options, too, maybe something like Subway sandwiches or something like that, but healthy options besides candy, soda, and some other stuff that I saw up there. Sorry that I'm rushing, but I just want to make sure I get this in before you have to go, and you'll get this with your feedback when you're done. What type of activities will you have?
we would have, well, on
Is
our...
that just music?
On our event that we just hosted on Friday, we had a pool table, we had a table set up for like Uno, and We had the cup pong, so we would have like different games kind of each time, try to switch it up to not make it a routine.
Okay. All right. Any kind of sports you're thinking you might do? If you had your own building, would there be an outside section where you have intramural sport teams? Anything like that? Physical stuff,
Maybe
kids healthy and moving around?
That'd be something to think about in the future.
Okay, so you, okay. Business type, or we're thinking about what type of business, and we talked about nonprofit versus for-profit. And probably my biggest one here, I was 17 last month, now I'm 18. Am I locked out? Something to think about. Something to think about, because I may have a person who's been coming for all 4 years of high school or something, or middle school, and they were able to come last month when they were 17, now they're 18. And now you're just like, you can't come in here anymore. So that is something to think about. All right, I think that's all I have. Great job, everybody. I like the presentation, how you come together as a team. I like that you have these roles here. I would ask you a lot of questions about your roles, technical, but this is really good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good job. Good stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.